everybody, I'm back, and I'm bringing you some bonus stuff for this game. So, what I've gone ahead and done is I've put in a buttload of cheats to give me items that I didn't manage to achieve in the game, and just to show off, you know, what would be more or less 100% completion. So let's take a look at what we got here. I managed to go ahead and I put in some cheats to get in the full upgrades for tools. So the highest level you can go is Mythic. So of course it's regular, copper, silver, gold, Mistral, Blessed, and then Mythic is the final one. I don't know why they're green, don't ask me why, but you know, if you manage to get these tools, which is a complete and utter pain in the ass, then yeah, you're pretty much set. You really won't have to worry about stamina, like, ever. You should be really good to go. And yeah, they're all green. I don't know why that is. I also put in cheats for the Gem of the Goddess, Gem of the Kappa, and the Gem of Truth. I'm going to demonstrate what all three of those do in just a moment. And I went ahead and I put a cheat in for the Teleport Stone, which I was so close to getting in my file, and then I was royally pissed off when I didn't actually manage to get it. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. I explained in the videos how to get all of these things, so if you missed it, then rewatch the videos, or better yet, go to the Harvest Moon wiki that I am an admin of and work my ass off to work on, and there's pages on all of those things if you want to know more information. I also put in a cheat for an item. Now I'm using Friend of Mineral Town codes and not more Friend of Mineral Town, so sometimes when you put in cheats you get really hilarious glitches like this one. As you can see, it's on my head. I'm not carrying it with my hands. I can't throw it down, but it will disappear if I walk into a house, and that's the only way to get rid of it. Another really funny thing that I found with this is if you have one equipped, like you have a cheat on that doesn't exactly work, you get all sorts of funny glitches. Like this one, I can pick up a chicken and I can throw it down, but then it turns into a random item. That case it was a cucumber. Turned into an item and then it disappeared. And what? Like, what the hell? It's so weird. Like, my chickens are turning into crops, and they seemingly disappear because you pick them up, and then you throw them down, and then they just disappear. And it's like, where the hell did my chickens go? I have no idea. And then if you go back in, they're not here. However, if you check your menu screen, it still says you have 5 chickens, and if you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, then your chickens will be fine. So, yeah, and even if you just go into the pause menu and go out of the pause menu, your chickens will come back. So, I found that really super random. I was just fooling around with cheats one day. I put in a cheat that didn't work, and then I was like, ah, screw it, I'll just leave it. It's not working, whatever. And then I ran into a bunch of really crazy, hilarious glitches like that one. That was kind of fun. So I thought I'd show that one off. Alright, so now I'm going to demonstrate what all of the tools do. So, let's go ahead and equip the Gem of the Goddess first. You equip it in your active slot, and then you press B, if I can use the correct controls. It should show you the amount of stamina you have. Let's see if I can get it to work. It should show it. Why isn't it working? I know these work somehow. Yeah, it's supposed to show you how much stamina you have. This one's supposed to show you how much fatigue. This one's supposed to recuperate your fatigue over time, and this one's supposed to recuperate your stamina over time. So this one, for some reason, isn't working. Oh, there we go. Now it works. Alright. Yeah, see, so if you equip this into your spot, what it'll do is it'll show you how much energy you have and how much fatigue you have. So this is useful if you're going to go mining, so you know what to bring with you. These ones will just recuperate your fatigue over time, and this one will recuperate your stamina over time. So if I equip the Kappa Jewel and I run around for a little while, it will regenerate all of my fatigue, or some of it anyways. So this can be used as many times in a day as you want, and it's infinite. So using the Kappa Gem is the only way to get all your fatigue back in a day. And I mean, you can do things like drink potions, and you can go to the hot spring and use your bathtub and stuff, but it's not like 100%, but using the jewels would get you 100%, so I'm just walking around for a while, just kind of trying to waste some time. And then hopefully if I look in my rucksack and I look at the truth jewel, it should show my fatigue levels. Now, it's either that I haven't let it go long enough, or it's just not working because it's a cheat, but over time your fatigue and your energy levels should go up. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You have to keep it equipped, or else it won't work. As soon as you unequip it, your character will stop regaining fatigue or regaining stamina or whatever. It has to be like your active tool that's set. So, I don't know, I find that really cheap. I don't find that like a good enough reward to completely bend over backward trying to get these jewels, especially when you're at such a late level in the game. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. It's totally up to you what it is you want to do, but, you know, a matter of opinion. Unfortunately, it's a Thursday, so, the blacksmith is locked, but I was gonna go talk to some villagers and see what they say. Yeah, he won't say it unless he's in the shop. Sometimes he'll, like I said, he's Gray's grandfather, so he'll mention some stuff about, like, his child. How's Chocolat? I'm finally a great-grandfather. I will keep working until I see her in a wedding gown. Which I think is very cute and very out of character for Sabara, so I think that's really, really nice. You can also talk to other villagers about, like, your marriage. They'll ask you, like, you know, how is married life, and how's your husband, and how's your kid? Mostly the bachelors and bachelorettes say it, so how's your farm life treating you, Nixos? You seem like a very caring wife to your husband. You're so nice. Aw, thanks, Potpourri. Now, interestingly enough, that one has been translated. There's like some translation issues in between games, because this game was made after Friends of Mineral Town, so this game is kind of modeled after the male version. So sometimes you get like really silly bits of dialogue that are like not translated properly. Like if I talk to Anne, I think one of that's kind of a good example would be she might not say now that she's up here. I know she says it downstairs, but she says something along the lines of how's your husband doing? And then Anne will say hi to her for me, which is wrong. So it's like, Anne, that's not correct. I'm not married to the women's. And Mary, is life on the farm busy these days, Nixos? Yes, they are. What's it like to be married? I can't write a novel with marriage in it because I don't know. Oh, I stole your man. What up now? I feel bad for her, kind of. Poor Mary never gets to get married. She's gonna be forever alone, living in her library, with books as her only friend. That's unfortunate. Nixos, how's your farm? Is everything okay? Now that you have your husband, you must feel very secure. You must feel very secure, rather, because this game has lots of typos. You can depend on him. Yes, I can, and Doctor still doesn't have any idea about how you feel about him. Doesn't that suck, Ellie? It sucks a little bit. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting that, like, the characters' dialogue will change. A couple other of them will change, but I found it most noticeably in Bachelors and Bachelorettes than anything else, so just showing off a couple of examples of those. I'm going to show off all the houses now, because I got a cheat to get all 3 of the houses in the game. So the first one is on the beach. This is your private beach home. You can only get this if you connect from a actual Game Boy to a GameCube using a cord, like the cord, and you connect from Another Wonderful Life, A Wonderful Life, or a Wonderful Life Special Edition. And then you can get the Seaside Cottage, which is very, very nice. It's like a little vacation home. It looks very, very roomy. Unfortunately, vacation homes, the only thing that you can do is sleep in them. You can't do anything else. You can save your game, you can sleep in them, but they don't have any other purpose except for that. You can't put furniture in them or anything, so they're mostly here for decor, unfortunately. But I still want to show off what they look like, because they're kind of cool, and it just further shows how rich I am. So that's always good, just showing off to all the other villagers about how I'll have more money than they'll ever have. The second house is down here, in this little spot. You can actually buy this from Gots. This is the little cottage, and you can buy it for 100 million, which is ridiculous. No thank you. This is very similar to your house, which is kind of cheap, but it's kind of like, oh, it's like your secret private getaway. So cool. And it's the same kind of thing, and it is modeled after your house because it actually has some of the same furniture. Like, it's got your mirror, it's got the TV, it's got the clock, it's got the table, and the fireplace. So yeah, it's kind of weird that this house is a little more complete than all the other houses that you can find in the game, but that's that. And then we have one more house, which is actually in, or by the mountains. This is also a perfect opportunity to show off the teleporter stone. So this is obtained by going to the 255th floor of the spring mine. Once you equip it, you can use it, and you can warp to anywhere that you want to warp to in Mineral Town. So it pretty much eliminates the need to walk anywhere, which is pretty cool. So, as you can see, we have a little mountain cottage out in the woods. So let's teleport to Mother's Hill. It takes up no time to teleport whatsoever. And it's pretty much instant teleportation, so it's pretty cool. So here is the mountain cottage. Now this is given to you by your spouse once you have reached 50 years in game of marriage, which is ridiculous. That has got to be the most ridiculous thing that has ever existed in all of history forever. There's also a Jewel of Truth behind the calendar once you actually obtain this home. But isn't that just the stupidest thing ever? I don't get it. I just think that's so silly. That is just the dumbest thing ever. Like, that just... Why would anybody play for 50 in-game years? I don't get it. Fun fact, you can actually play for 200 years. That's the max amount of time you can play. Your characters never age, your child will never get older. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyways, that's that. I don't know. This is the only way to get rid of that rock, as far as I know, is by using the highest level tool. Otherwise, you keep trying to come over this way, and it keeps saying that, like, you can't break this rock, and it's, like, virtually impossible. But yeah, this area has always, like, mystified me because I could never get around it playing on, like, a legitimate file because I don't cheat normally. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's just like a little area over towards the back of the lake. It's kind of disappointing that there's nothing here, and you can't really do anything from that area. There might be something in another season, but as far as I know, that's the only time you can get back here, and I haven't found that there is anything actually back there, so... That's kind of one of those things where you think there's going to be something super amazing, and then there's nothing. Another function of the teleport stone is that you can actually warp right to the lake mine. In any season. So you can warp right here. You don't have to wait until winter until all the water freezes over. You can just teleport right here, and you can do all of your mining as if you would when you were playing like a normal game and you had to wait all the way until winter. So that's kind of cool. That's probably its most beneficial thing, is to use it to go to the lake mine, because you can get a lot of money from the jewels and stuff that you find in the lake mine, but that's kind of, you know, the only thing that I would use it for, personally. I don't think, you know, you use enough time in a game to actually go around and waste a lot of time moving. It doesn't take that long, so... one more thing I want to do is I want to troll the villagers by putting golden lumber on my property, which I haven't done, and oh my god, WTF, what is that? Pickles. Oh, that's interesting. The cheat actually worked, however, it worked in, like, total reverse. The cheat I was trying to do that, made my chickens disappear. I put in a cheat for popcorn. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys right now my little cheat list I have here. As you can see, I have a little cheat for, popcorn. It was supposed to give me popcorn as an item, and instead, what it did was, at some point, it randomly spawned in, pickles and, X cheese, which is like special cheese you can get, which is very weird, and it seems to pop up at random times. Like, you'll insert the code, and then it doesn't really work the way that you want it to. I'm actually gonna have to go in and I'm gonna have to disable that cheat because what I want is the golden lumber, and I don't know if it'll... It actually took away my piece of golden lumber, which is a shame, because I wanted to troll the villagers. So what I'll do is I'll just reload the game. Unfortunately, it's going to send me back to winter, but that's not an issue. It can be any day of the week to troll your neighbors with golden lumber. You can just be a total asshole about it. It should work, even if it is a festival. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. But remember, we got this from the mayor for completing one of his requests, and then he gives it to you, but by using it, it turns you into the biggest a-hole in the whole village, which makes absolutely, positively no sense whatsoever. There we go. Oh, now watch the onslaught of angry villagers. Don't you know how to behave, young lady? Oh, jeez. Everyone's gonna come yell at me. Watch this. I'm disappointed in you, you greedy woman! Your character's like, okay? Do you know why I'm mad? You should, you know. Actually, I don't. Your character looks rather confused. She's like, what the hell's going on? I hate you, big sister! Well, good. I don't like children anyways. Young people these days are just no good. Hey now, you're my great-grandfather-in-law. You can't just say those things about me and mean it. How can you do something like that to everybody? How can you insult us like that? Yeah, so they get really super butthurt that you're rich and they're not. Now this is quite a mistake you're making. I know everybody makes errors when they're young, but this is really quite inexcusable. Why don't you wise up? And I don't understand why they're mad. They're just being a bunch of douches for no good reason. You have no excuse. It's an insult to nature. Maybe they're pissed because it's unnatural or something. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to you. Nothing. Go away. Get out of here. Of course everyone is mad at you. It's because of that golden lumber. If you respected any of us, you'd take it down now. Nah, no, I don't respect any of you. And then if you go to bed on a second day and you wake up, you'll get another set of villagers that will come by and yell at you. So let's go for round 2 of trolling, shall we? Here's Harris. Everyone in Mineral Town is mad at you. If you don't make peace, I'll be forced to arrest you. Oh, legal action is gonna be taken because I can't put a decoration in my house, guys. What are we gonna do? I play around too, but I'm not as mean as you are. Go away, big sister. No, you go away! Get the hell off my property, you stupid child. That's why I hate kids. It takes a lot to make me mad, but you've done it this time. What did I do, exactly? How can you be so thoughtless? And I used to like you, too! Yeah, see, you used to like me. They all hate me now. Oh, it's getting angry up in her. Bad things will happen to you if you continue this fully. Am I gonna get struck down by lightning? Are you too dense to figure out why people are so mad? No. Oh, that's right. You're not a man. Sexist! Are you too dense? And then he repeats it. It's like they added in the, oh yeah, you're not a man part for the sexism. But anyways, aren't you embarrassed for yourself? You should be. Actually, I'm not, because I have more money than all of you combined. Oh, here comes Gourmet. I've even heard about you in the town where I live. You should be ashamed of yourself, you know? Ah, and it continues, and oh my god, even the Harvest Goddess comes down. You have managed to make me so angry. Change your ways soon. So, yeah, it's weird, because everybody, literally everybody is mad at you. Are you still using that golden lumber? What a horrid person. You are an insult to everyone, so remove it immediately. Yeah, so that's really funny. I love that, because they just get so buttered for no reason. It's like, why are you mad at me? This is my property. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. Another funny thing that you can get is if you try to give them the golden lumber, everybody in town, except for Juan, hates golden lumber as a gift. If you give it to them, they freak out, and they talk about how it's unpure and unholy, and that you have to wash your hands after you touch it. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that really quickly. I'll give it to, like, Karen, I guess, because I don't really like Karen anyways, and I don't think I've, like, talked to her much this whole playthrough, but just as an example, why didn't you give that to someone who might actually like it? Yeah, and they say really rude things about it if you give it to them. Like Doctor, for example, I accidentally gave it to him one time and he was like, "It's filthy and impure and unclean, oh my god, I'm going to hell for touching this piece of golden lumber for whatever reason, even though the mayor gave it to you and God sells it and they want you to have it or something." So, yeah, people in this game are really weird. Alright, last thing that I think you guys might enjoy is, I think I have the golden feather in this file. Yeah, I do. You get some really funny results if you try to give the feather to people of the same sex. And I don't know if this is because the game wasn't fully translated or if they did it just for the lols, but like if you give it to like Potpourri, for example, "You're sweet, but you should really give this to someone you want to marry." She's like, "Oh, I'd marry you, except you don't want to marry me." I don't know if it's implied that maybe she likes the women's, or if it's just like, "Ha, funny, I'm not a man, don't ask me, because you're just trolling." I mean, I don't know, really. Wonder if Mary's home. Ah, she is home. "Hey, Mary, what up?" "Congratulations, you should really keep that fresh for the important girl, though." Yeah, and then see, they didn't translate it. It says the important girl. Okay, which is funny because in the male version, if you try to give a girl a feather too early, they get mad at you and they have a completely different set of dialogue. So, yeah, it's kind of strange, really. Anne has a line as well. If I can find her, here it is. Here. "Does that mean what I think it means? Congratulations! I'm sure she's waiting for you." Again with the "you are a lesbian," even though you're not. They just didn't properly translate this game. Oh, yeah, I gotta find Karen, but I wonder if I can find Cliff. Oh, I might be able to find him. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, I totally forgot to do something with the golden lumber trick. Ah. What's really funny is if you have the golden lumber out, if you talk to Cliff, instead of your name, like instead of saying, "Oh, hello, Nixos," and being all cheerful like he usually is, his line will be replaced with, "Hello, greedy witch," and it doesn't change until you take the golden lumber off your property. He'll say, "Hello, greedy witch, how are you today?" Like, he's pleasant about it, but, yeah, it's really weird. "So you finally decided to get married, huh? Good for you." And then Karen's boring with her well-translated not lines of funniness. Yeah. Also, my throat is very sore because I've been recording for like 4 hours straight. I'm kind of starting to lose my voice a bit here. But, yeah, so that's all I really wanted to show. Just some funny, quirky sort of things. Some cheats, and just showing off some stuff that I clearly didn't get in the playthrough, like all of the gems, the teleporter stone, and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed. That's going to be it for this game. The commentary part, I still have some events to upload, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think it actually puts your farm grade up too, now that I think about it. Like if you get a lot of the tools and stuff like that, it moves your farm upgrade up even if you cheated to get the tools, so that's kind of interesting. So, like, sometimes glitches work and sometimes they don't. They would work better in Friends of Mineral Town, not so much Friends of Mineral Town. I found that tools work exceptionally well. I can pretty much get any type of tool that I need using the cheats, and they work as long as the teleporter stone and all the gems and stuff. But trying to get like individual items like food and stuff did not work at all, which was, you know, kind of a bummer. But yeah, okay, I think that's enough content for now. I'm going to go and not talk anymore because my voice is killing me. And yeah, once again, thank you so very much. Hope you guys enjoyed this quirky, fun sort of bonus stuff, and I will see you all next time.